In this lesson, we're going to be comparing and ordering integers. So what is an integer? An integer is a set of positive numbers and their opposites. I'm going to use a number line to represent integers. So here's 0. Here's my set of positive numbers. The opposite is a set of negative numbers. Okay. Positive numbers are always to the right of 0. And negative numbers are always to the left. 0 is neither positive or negative. It's just 0. Okay, the goal of this lesson is to compare and order integers, and we can do that by graphing on a number line. So let's say we want to list the following set of numbers from least to greatest. Okay, so let's say we have 3, -4, 0, -5, 4, and 1. The smallest number is always going to be the furthest left on the number line. So I'm going to draw a number line to represent these numbers. And it's going to help me order them from least to greatest. Okay, so I have a 3, a -4, 0, -5, 4, and 1. The number that's furthest to the left is the smallest. -5 is the least. The -4, 0, 1, 3, and 4. You should be able to list these numbers from least to greatest without a number line on your homework. But if you need to use 1 or 2 to get a good start, you can, and then try doing it afterwards without. You can always check your answer in the number line afterwards. They're going to ask you to compare integers as well. So let's say we're comparing -2 to 3. When they're asking you to compare, they want you to use a greater than, less than, or an equal to sign. So I like to think of money. Would you rather have -$2 or a +$3? You'd rather have $3. It's the bigger quantity. So this, the equality symbol should open up towards a bigger number. 3 is a bigger number, so -2 is less than 3. The one that always tricks people up is the one that looks like this. When we're comparing two negative numbers. Think of a number line. The number that's furthest to the left is smaller, or the number that's furthest to the right is larger. Here's -1, here's -4. This is the smaller value because it's to the left. So -1 is actually larger. Okay, so let's talk about absolute value. Absolute value is the distance away from 0 on a number line. Absolute value of numbers, the distance away from 0. So think about this. Can distance ever be negative? If I walk to the store and then walk home, when I walk home, am I taking away distance? No. So keep in the back of your mind that absolute value can never be negative. And then one other thing, absolute value is represented when there are bars around the number. So x is going to represent any number. You know to take the absolute value of a number when there are bars around it. So let's say we want to take the absolute value of a -4. How many spots away from 0 is -4 on a number line? So let's look at this number line again. Here's -4. How many spots away from 0 is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. The absolute value of -4 is 4 because it's 4 spots away from 0. It's not negative. Distance can never be negative. 6. How many spots away from 0 is 6 on the number line? Well, 6 would be right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is 6 spots away from 0 on a number line. Again, distance can never be negative. The absolute value of 0. How many spots away from 0 is 0 on the number line? Well, none. Our answer is 0. Opposites. Opposites are two numbers that have the same absolute values but different signs. Two numbers that have the same absolute values but different signs. Basically what it's trying to say is the same distance away from 0. One's going to be positive and the other one's going to be negative. So let's say we want to find the opposite of 2. Okay, there's no bars on the outside to represent opposite. The directions is going to say find the opposite. 2 is 2 spots away from 0 on a number line. 1, 2. What other number is 2 spots away from 0 on the number line? -2. Or, let's say we start with -4. -4 is 4 spots away from 0 on the number line. What other number is 4 spots away from 0? +4. Two numbers that have the same absolute values but different signs. Last section. They're going to want you to evaluate expressions. Evaluate when k equals -4. Okay, so let's say we start with the expression -k. Be careful when you're filling this information into the expression. My expression has a negative, and then I need to fill in the value for k. The value for k is also a -4. Okay, there's no such number that has double negatives. Double negatives make a positive. Our answer is 4. 8 divided by the absolute value of k. We're going to replace the k with a -4. And you can't do any operations until those absolute value bars are gone. Absolute value is distance away from 0. How many units away from 0 is -4? Well, it's 4 units away. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 5, and then we have absolute value bar k. When there's a number next to a set of absolute value bars, it does mean multiply. But just like the last problem, you have to fill in the value of k before you can do any operations. So 5, absolute value -4. -4 is 4 spots away from 0 on the number